Hello everyone, this is InsaneJ, and today I'm on the HappyDiggers AMP server again, and I'm going to finish what I started in the previous episode, which is our nuclear reactor. I went ahead and already put down the room to house it in and the reactor chamber. All this stuff is easy, so you should be able to figure it out. It's basically just reactor chambers and one reactor at the center. And then I use one insulated HV cable and an MFSU. And that's connected to our ultimate universal cable network. I've replaced all of the Ender IO cable. If you might remember, I connected the big reactor to the Ender IO cable a while ago. And well, I replaced it because the Ender IO network kept freezing up or crashing. I don't know exactly what was causing it, so it had to go. And this universal cable has an added benefit. It can automatically transform between energy types. So we are producing MJ at the big reactor, and it's being converted into EU for the industrial grinder. So that's kind of nice. No more need for power converters under the floor. So you might ask, why then do I have an MFSU over here? It's not to store the energy, but it's a way to turn off the nuclear reactor when we don't need the energy. So what's going to happen? The reactor will turn on, produce energy, fill up the MFSU, and the MFSU will drain out into the network. It's connected down here. It looks a bit awkward. That's because I added all this reinforced stone here. So basically the wire comes down, goes to the left, and then comes down again. And well, connected to the network. I built a room out of blast resistant materials, so reinforced glass, reinforced stone, so that if the reactor should explode, hopefully it will not take the entire base with it. But as I said before, I'm going to use a Mark I reactor, which should be safe. Right now the reactor is still empty, so first thing I need to do is get rid of all the stuff in my inventory, well, almost all the stuff, and get into my hazmat suit. So I'm just going to deposit everything here for now. Put on the hazmat suit. Don't need it right now, but I am going to need it later. Now, I made some heat vents. I hope they are finished. Still waiting for 2 of those. They don't stack, so that's why I cleared my inventory. Okay, let's start with the overclocked ones. I want to put 6 quad uranium fuel cells into this reactor. And this is the pattern I'm going to use for it. So basically it's 4 overclocked heat fans surrounding 1 quad uranium fuel cell. Almost there. Now for this setup to work, each quad uranium fuel cell needs 2 component heat fans like this. So this 3x3 square is enough to cool 1 quad uranium fuel cell. Like this. Let's see if the rest is finished. And this. So if I were to put quaternary fuel cells here, 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 here and here. This would run continuously without overheating. But I'm going to fill up the empty spaces anyway, not because it's safer or anything like that, but because I want to fill up the reactor automatically using the ME system. Now I need one more heat vent. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so now I can fill up the system using our ME export bus. So let's get one of these, and you see me handling it right now. The only way to do this safely is by wearing a hazmat suit, so don't try anything like this unless you have a hazmat suit. I'm going to put it here, and there we go. Automatically filled. On the other hand, we have a precision import bus, which is currently disabled. It's active with redstone signal. If I were to enable it now, it would suck out all of the vents as well. So what we need to do is power or turn on the reactor and let these fuel cells become depleted. And then I can set a filter on this precision import bus so it will only take out the depleted cells. So that's step one. We're almost there. Yeah, I can get my stuff back now. So much stuff in my inventory. Too many tools, too many. Okay, so I'm going to need these. This and this. And this one a little bit later. Okay, so the plan is to have a lever over here on this block, which will be our manual control switch to turn it on and off. And the secondary one will be this MFSU. Like I said before, if it's full, I want the reactor to turn off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell this MFSU to transmit redstone if full. So emit if full. So if it's completely charged, it will emit a redstone signal. I'm going to connect this to an AND gate like this. And set it with a screwdriver so it only has one input, one output. And basically what this NOT gate does is it inverts the signal. So if you give a redstone signal, it will turn off. And if you won't give a redstone signal, it will turn on. So emit if empty. I was expecting this thing to do something different now. That's weird. That's really weird. Okay, so it is emitting a redstone signal. Oh, that's good. So if nothing, then it turns on. Yeah, okay, so it is working. Yeah. Sorry for the confusement. So set it to emit if full. So right now it's empty. It doesn't emit a redstone signal, so it gets turned on basically. That's what's happening here. And over here we just have a lever. Then connect the AND gate and configure this AND gate to only have two inputs like this. So if I turn on the lever right now, this one should go on. Yep, it's working. Hi, Swerve. Now what I need to do now is get this redstone signal up to the reactor. For this I'm using, what is this called? Framed red alloy wire. Be safe, yeah, thanks for the tip. Okay, like this, and then put wire here. Oh yeah, I don't have a jetpack right now. Well, we're not handling any hazardous materials at the moment, so I can just slip in my jetpack. One piece of redstone here, and well, that should be it basically. So it wants to turn on account of the MFSU, and it's not on because the lever isn't flicked yet. So let's flick the switch and see what happens. Okay, turn on. Heat should always remain 0. Doesn't display anything, but it should be 0. It's outputting 360 EU per tick. MFSU is charging, which is good. So apparently we don't need the energy right away. Okay, so that's awesome. That's basically a nuclear reactor with an auto shutdown if you are producing too much power. Now remember, this is a Mark I recipe, which should never overheat and explode. So that's why I didn't build in any precautions for this reactor to automatically shut down in the event of a meltdown. There's one more thing left to do. Over here I have a panel of advanced, well, they're called advanced information panels. And that's where this remote sensor kit comes in. Unfortunately, right now there is a bug preventing you from crafting these. So if you want remote sensor kit, you have to put it in creative mode. Anyway, if you have one, you just right click the reactor and it will give you a location card. Let's head to the other side of this panel, and I can put it in here, and you have a bunch of options. I'll just leave it default for now. I changed the colors already and turn it on. Oh, it was already turned on. I just turned it off. Sorry. There we go. Turn it on. There we go. Okay, so there are a few interesting things we can see here. The first thing, T for temperature is 0, which is as it should be. The maximum heat and melting, those are temperatures when things start to go horribly wrong. The output, currently it's outputting 360 EU per tick. It's not a lot for a nuclear reactor, but it's a safe reactor, so I'll take it. And then the remaining time, 5.5 hours, that's how long the fuel will burn. Yeah, that's a client-side glitch. So 5.5 hours to complete the cycle, but as soon as the reactor is turned off because of the MFSU being filled, that counter should stop, and then it will resume counting when the reactor is turned on again. So that's yeah, basically our nuclear reactor for now. All that is left to do is to actually spend all of the energy. And for our next project, because I'm already thinking ahead, we are going to put down some more machines, obviously, which is going to use all this power. And the next project will be a green project, so I'm going to focus on green power. You could argue that nuclear fuel is green, but really it's not, given that you need all this machinery, and given that in the mining dimension looks like well, looks like this basically. Giant gaping holes in the landscape. Chunks are loading a bit slow for me now. So yeah, I'm going to try to make sustainable energy, because the nuclear reactor requires a constant supply of uranium from these quarries, and that means we have to move our quarries all the time and process all the ores and go through the entire length of the procedure basically. As I explained in my previous video, one industrial centrifuge takes about 50 hours to produce enough materials for 6 quartz-uranium fuel cells. So that's well, it's quite an undertaking to get this up and running, but it is one of the coolest reactors out there. It's not easy to use, easy to get, but it is a lot of fun to build. Unlike the big reactor, which is very easy to get early on in the game, but we're only making one of these because, well, we like building new things, new stuff. Over here, Swerve has begun work on his high pressure boiler, I think. Yep, high pressure boiler. So we're going to do some biofuel over here soon. And I'm going to do windmills, I think. No, this is what Swerve was talking about. Client-side glitch. The screen is still updating, but 2 columns of green blocks. That's too bad. Maybe we should make the screen a little bit smaller. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.